And we are back again for another discussion. Something actually that happened to me, and it got me to talking, because I've seen this before, and David and I had this conversation before, but then I got caught. I got caught up in it. And it's Recarded figure. So you have a vintage figure.
Yeah.
And the seller is selling it to you on a reproduction card.
Yes.
Versus having the original figure on the original card, or even because I've seen people do this, they have an original figure, but it has accessories, and the accessories are reproduction.
Yeah.
And the issue I have with that is they sell it to you for an original price.
Yeah.
And it's a recarded figure. It's a
or
reproduction.
damn close to it.
Yeah, it's a reproduction figure, or have reproduction parts, but they want original money, and it's like, I don't think that's right. And I know I got caught recently because I'm trying to complete my Masters of the Universe line.
If you've seen that, she has her Masters of the Universe journey videos that she's been doing to look at her vintage line, because she's got a lot of vintage carded and boxed Masters figures and sets, and she's been doing an ongoing series where when she gets a new figure, she's been showing people and adding it.
Yeah, so I saw one, and I'll look for auctions, because I get some luck sometimes on auctions, and I'll find pieces that are in pretty decent shape, and they'll go for relatively low price sometimes.
She has a lot of luck sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. And I actually found one. This one seller, he has a lot of master stuff, and he had a lot of pieces that I need, and they were all on bids, and I found one, and I bid on it, and I actually won. And it's my fault, and I know this is an issue that I have. One, I don't always read the description. I don't. I'll read the title, I'll flip through the pictures. I'm not going to even say half and half. Maybe 40% of the time I'll read the description. Sometimes I'll read it really slow. I'll read it a couple of times, and then I'll catch the hook. Especially if the price is really low. I'll read it over and over and over and over again. But if it's on bids and the price is low, I'm thinking, oh, they're starting it low to get it high. So I don't always read it. I'll get overexcited and stuff like that. And I got screwed a couple of times with that. Bought something that was damaged, didn't realize it was damaged until I got it. And then looked back and I was like, oh, that was there. Oh, it's more yellow than I thought. But the point is, in the description, it says handmade parts or handmade items or something like that. But
it's part of the eBay disclaimer, because it's not even in the description or the title.
Yeah.
It's one of their disclaimer boxes, and that's in that passage that you go between the title or where the photo is to the first description.
Yeah.
It's something you could miss when you scroll down to look into the description.
But my question to David and to you guys out there, how do you feel about reproduction cards and accessories? Are you all about that? Or do you think that's not cool?
Yeah. And I'll tell you personally, and just being straight honest here, and I might upset somebody, I don't approve of it at all. And the reason that I don't, and I'll say also, I'll extend on that a little bit and just say, you know, if you're cool with that, with full knowledge of what you're doing, fine. You know, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. If you're fine with having a repro part, okay, you know, that's on you. I'm not going to tell you not to do it if that's something that you like to do or want to do. But and keep in mind, I'm coming out of an era where there was no such thing. Counterfeits was almost unheard of. I get that a lot with my 60s and 70s GI Joes, and people are like, "Oh, those are authentic dog tags." When I got them, there was no such thing as a fake dog tag. It just didn't happen. Now they make them. They make reproductions. And my issue with it is that especially new people can get very easily duped by them, particularly when there's nothing to discern them from the original. And you finding this more and more as people are getting better and better with printing processes and with 3D printers and things like that. They're making it so close. I mean, if you made a card for something, and you see this a lot with GI Joe and a raw era GI Joe, and with Masters of the Universe, of reproduction cards. You see it a lot. If it was clearly marked and clearly different, and you know, there was the disclaimer so that anybody could look at it. And you know, I know if you can sit there and say, "Oh, I can tell." Okay, that's you. A lot of people, and that's the cat.
Yeah, he wants to
Scratching
come in
at
the
the door.
basement.
A lot of people, especially people that are new to it, they can't tell the difference, or they get excited and they make an impulse buy, and
Yeah,
then they're like, "Wait a minute,
and that's me.
this color is off." You know, it's slightly off. And what will really screw you up is misleading descriptions, especially in online auctions. Some people are right up front with it. Reproduction card or recarded is another big one, where people take a vintage card that's not too damaged and they reattach it, and they'll tell you front right up. And some people are cryptic about telling you that it's a reproduction card,
Yeah.
and you can get duped because the prices they ask for this stuff is so damn near close to what you would pay. Now, you could look at it and you see it on auction for a bid or buy it now, and it's close. You know, you're like, "Oh, well, this usually sells for $400 and it's three. Maybe I should jump on that." And then you get stuck with a reproduction or a recarded figure, which technically should be close to the price of a mint loose one, in my opinion.
It should be the price of the Origins that's
It-
at Walmart.
Well, I mean, if you have if a loose figure is worth $100 and you've got it reproduction card, is it fair to ask more than like 120 for it? Maybe, not 250, not $400, not so high up that people think, "Oh, I might get a good deal here," because, and they get duped.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot more than you would think. Not
And-
just because she had a flub, but a lot of people, I hear about it a lot, that people are like, "Oh Christ, I didn't realize that was recarded.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a reproduction. I didn't realize it had a counterfeit gun or something." And professionals are getting fooled too. Some of the Star Wars, the Kenner 3 3/4 inch Star Wars action figure guns are being counterfeited, and I'll flat out call it counterfeited, so closely professionals are having difficulty telling the difference.
And again, I'm okay if, because you'll see a lot of eBay sellers, and it'll say in the title, let's say Masters of the Universe, blah blah blah, reproduction, all big, or it'll be in the description really big. It'll say read description carefully, and that's like a hint, and you read it and it'll say figure has been recarded, blah blah blah, something like that. But it's been some times where I found some things and it was real cheap. And I was like, God, that can't be. And I'll ask David to look at it. He'll look at it. He'll read it, because he's slower than I am when it comes to that kind of stuff. As far as reading and looking at it, he has a better eye. And a lot of times I got great deals on authentic things.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and I'm like, I don't know about that, because that price should be this, but it's actually that. And you get mixed up. But
And you feel this impulse because you know, especially if it's a buy it now, you wait too long, you'll go back to look for it and it'll be gone.
yeah, it'll be gone. And then eBay will send you that message. Oh, you missed it, but...
Yeah, they love rubbing your face in it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're a failure, but here, we got something else for you.
And it's got nothing to do with what you were looking at.
Yeah.
It's like you missed out on this carded Hordak, but here's LOL surprise.
They ain't that bad.
They are with me. They show me stuff, I don't know what the hell's going on.
But if you're okay with that, that's fine. I'm just wondering, because
Yeah.
you know, and I've seen people that buy reproduction accessories. You know, it's like, okay, I got the figure. To find this accessory is nearly impossible, so I'll buy the reproduction. And you know, that's cool. I'm just wondering how people feel about it, and should that price be the same amount as the original, what the original is going for? You know what I mean when I say it like that?
Yeah. And personally, you know, I kind of frown on the whole process. I don't like it. I don't like reproduction cards. I don't like reproduction accessories at all. I want all original. I want it to be the way that it was with what it came with, not a counterfeit piece, not a faked piece. I'm not telling other people not to do it. I don't have a problem with it if other people are cool with it. My thing is, I think it should be clearly marked.
Yeah.
That the item itself should also be clearly marked, so that someone who is looking for an original piece that doesn't know any better doesn't get ripped off. And also that it be reasonably priced. And that's the other problem.
That's my big thing.
They charge so much for that stuff.
Yeah, reasonably priced. Because I know for some people, you know, you want to jump in, you want to have an original figure, but the price is just ridiculous. Or you have some original figures, and you're like, you know what, I want to card this again, and you learn how to card it, and that's fine if that's what you want. But I don't think, again, like David said, it shouldn't be so cryptic in the description that you're misled, because then to me that it's like, okay, you're being deceiving. You know, say it plainly. This is a reproduction card. This is reproduction accessories or whatever like that.
Because again, as printers are getting more and more sophisticated, and as 3D printers are getting more sophisticated and more people have them, it's becoming a more common problem. And it is a problem. It is a problem for a lot of people who don't know any better, who can get easily fooled. Or even to the discerning eye, like I pointed out, some of those original Star Wars weapons are getting so damn close, professionals are having difficulty telling the difference. They've got all these multiple methods. They get testing every single weapon like a half a dozen times with all these different methods to make sure that they've got an original 70s or 80s Star Wars weapon, because they don't want the counterfeits. They don't want to mislead, you know, especially dealers. They don't want to get hemmed up misleading a customer, some of them, the honest ones anyway. Ran into that a little bit at the Joe Fest.
Oh yeah.
Remember the one guy? I don't know if you filmed that guy. He had some of the figures, G.I. Joe. Again, remember I said some of these recards, the biggest culprits are in a Raw era G.I. Joe and in Masters of the Universe right now. And I was looking at, this guy had a few figures, and I was looking at this one, and I was like, oh, that's about $100 under what it's worth, under what you would normally sell for carded. It's an expensive figure. Still, it's a few $100s. And I was like, oh, you know, Mike could save almost $100 on this one. that doesn't look right. And I'm looking at it, the colors to me seemed slightly off. And then he's like, oh yeah, it's a repro card. Like, oh, thanks for telling. Were you gonna say anything if I didn't? You know, and let me spend like $250 on this? And there's no way it should be worth that. The
Yeah.
figure, mint loose complete, is probably worth like $50 or $60. But and he had a few of them. It's like, I wonder if anybody that day bought a figure from him not realizing, because they didn't catch that, because they didn't, you know,
You
get
gotta
that
make that face to
get
do
that
it.
Hawkeye on there. Yeah, that face. Get that Hawkeye on there, because there was nothing on that card to say that it was a reproduction, and it
I
should
don't
be.
mind
I
if
think
it.
on the bottom of the card somewhere, because you know how they have that fine print on the bottom of
Yeah.
every card, where a modern date, repro card 2018 something.
I don't mind that part. I just want you to be honest and say, okay, yeah, this is the original figure, original weapons, whatever. All the accessories are original, but this card, the bubble, something was made last week. You know.
Yeah, but it should be printed on there so that if ever passes hands, the next person doesn't look at it and not know. I mean, even if it's just a little bit of the lettering somewhere on the bottom, so that you know, okay, wait a minute. And they're
Yeah.
starting to do it with the Migos too now. The
Oh, they
three and
are.
3/4 inch carded Migo figures. They've done it with $6 Million Man
They do it with
boxes,
pops.
the Star Wars boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They've they've started to repro those too.
Yeah. I don't know.
And again, I'm not a fan of that at all.
I'm all
But
right with it because I actually thought about it
uh huh,
with some figures because I knew the price would be so much.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, if I can get all original stuff on a recard, I would be okay with that. But I want to know that. You know what I mean? I want to know that I intentionally bought
yeah,
reproduction something, and I want to know that I didn't pay like I bought the original, because I would just go out and buy the original. If
yeah.
I have to pay you original price for something that's not original, I might as well go buy the original.
Yeah, what do you want to pay like $400 for a card for
A recard.
a recard when it's 600 for one on the original card? You know
No,
what I
that's a
mean?
big difference. That's $200.
$200, but you want to pay 400 for a recarded figure and loose it's worth $100? That's my point. It's like, how much is it worth to really charge for that card?
Yeah.
How much are you paying for the card? It's like when you go to a restaurant, you buy the drink, and the drink they charge you $2.99 for it, and it only costs them 15 cents to fill that cup. You know? They're overpricing for the cards drastically. It
They
shouldn't
are.
be hundreds of dollars or $100 extra or whatever for that card.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And I think a lot of people are getting duped. I think a lot of people are getting ripped off.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me. I hate to think of people paying for counterfeits and getting screwed out of their money and thinking they got something, and they find out a couple of years down the line that, oh my God, this one is fake. Oh, what did I pay for this?
Yeah.
You know? But
no, that's what I wanted. I just wondered everybody's opinion
yeah.
on that. That's all.
Any thoughts, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, you know, we're not ragging you if you're into that. But if you're into it knowing what you're doing, because that's a different animal. A lot of people, they don't. A lot of people don't. I think a lot of people are getting hurt.
Yeah.
And it's a complaint that I've heard from a lot of people, and people have asked me about it before too. It's like, what do you think about them making repro weapons or repro accessories and things like that? Because some people are cool with it, because like I said, you know, they may never find it, or it may be so expensive that it's crazy to accessorize. But on the other hand, a lot of people are getting hurt by that as well. So opinions, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
You know, you can get the conversation going. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you all about all original, or are you cool with that? Or would you be more cool with it if there was a healthier balance?
Yeah, I think if it was a healthier balance, like if loose the figure is $50 and Recarded is 70.
Yeah.
I think that's
I mean, that'd
that's
be
good.
that feels reasonable.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm paying for the card and your time or something like that. But not a $70 loose figure and then you charge me $300. And
Yeah.
it's like, no.
Yeah, I think that's totally misleading. But yeah, again, thoughts. Let us know what you think. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. We hope you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Check out some of our other videos if you have not. We're all in nostalgia here. We got a little something for everybody. So, is that all?
Yep, that's it.
All right, well, what more can I say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.